Hey guys, this is Bando Guy 4 bringing you another episode of Let's Play Super Mario 64. In the last part, I went through Womp's Fortress and got the wing cap. Did I do that last episode? Yeah, I got miscellaneous stars in the last episode. In this part, I'm going through Jolly Roger Bay, which is one of my least favorite episodes, or levels. And this is the single episode of the Selfie that's going to be post-commentary because Audacity decided to eat my commentary before I could find the video file and save it properly. So, this first star is fairly simple. You have to go to the sunken ship, and I'm just taking a few moments to look around the stage here. But, as I mentioned in the episode before this one, your life bar and how much air you have when you're underwater is linked in this game. So you can see my health bar going down while I'm under the water here, and I'm going to go ahead and swim into the eel to take a little bit of damage. You can see that both of those things have been dropping my gauge up there. Now I'm going to swim as quickly as I can back to the surface so I don't drown, because it's very gruesome when you drown in this game. And if you just sit with your head above the surface of the water, it'll go up pretty quickly. So that shows that they're both linked. And you have to see the eel in this stage and then swim back down to the bottom and go into the hole that he was hiding in. And I was still kind of getting used to the controls when I recorded this episode again, so I was swimming around in circles for a little while here. You can actually see the eel swimming about. I swim into the hole, and you need to hit the treasure chest in a certain order, and you have to be fairly precise. You have to hit like the very center of the front of it, and those air bubbles that come out will fill your air back up all the way right away, so there's no need to worry about drowning as long as you're hitting them in the right order. And I have to swim around this one a couple times before I finally manage to get it. And then that fourth one is fairly obvious, but I have to swim around it a few times too. And as soon as you hit the fourth one in this area, the water is going to start draining, and you want to swim up to the treasure chest, or the question block near the top, as fast as possible. If you get up there quickly enough, you don't actually have to do any platforming. You can just jump straight onto the top platform like I did there, and do the ground pound, and get the first star for Jolly Roger Bay. Didn't take too terribly long, and I'm gonna wait for this to catch up to my commentary and head right back in. And the second star is, can the eel come out to play? And I'm going to go off to the right hand side here because there is a star in Jolly Roger Bay that requires you to use the cannon, and the pink Bob-Omb is off over to the right here, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to him to open it up for that star when it comes around. I'm going to say the same thing he always says. And then you need to go back over to where the ship was before. Except when you get over there, you'll see that the ship is now floating on the surface of the water, and it will be for the remainder of the stars in Jolly Roger Bay. So you need to swim down, and you'll see on the wall to the right, there's a place where the eel has moved his habitat to. You need to get kind of close and draw him out. The hitbox is way off there, so you can see I was completely within his mouth, but nothing was actually happening. I didn't take any damage from it. So just wait for a moment and swim when his tail's about to get close, and if you touch the star, it'll come off of his tail, and then you just have to swim into the star to collect it. Fairly simple star. And that's already part of the way done with Jolly Roger Bay. So heading back in, it'll start to get a little bit longer now. This one is Treasure of the Ocean Cave. We kind of saw the Ocean Cave in the past two stars. There's a large passageway in the back of that lagoon in the stage that you have to swim through. So I'm just going to use the cannon to get myself there a little bit faster. And I happened to hit the side of the ship, but it's alright, still got there pretty quickly. And you can see a star that I actually can't get in the middle there, but I'll talk about that star when it asks me to get it. But just swim through the back here, and you can see there that getting coins while you're underwater, since it restores your health, also technically restores your air. So there's another way to do that right there. There's a blue switch off to the right here, and I decided to go ahead and hit it to make sure I knew where all the blue coins are. Because when you're going for 100 coins in this stage, if you miss even a single one of the blue coins, you will not possibly be able to get 100 coins. So you have to make sure that you get all of them. And it's just treasure chests in the back again here. So start with the back, and left, right, and then front. And you don't have to be quite as precise when they're on land as you do when you're swimming. And there's another star.
Here we go!
Got quite a few coins there for not going for 100 coins, but now it's the 8 red coin mission, and it took me a while to remember where all of these were. But I'm gonna head off to the left here first and get the 3 coins that are in this box, and then I'm going to swim, go out towards the middle a little bit and swim straight down from here. There are red coins inside the shells that open periodically. And there's also a ring of coins down here that I needed to remember to collect. So there's the first red coin there. Then there's the ring of coins up here, and the other shell that you can see for a moment there has a Koopa shell in it. And I don't know that it actually does anything. I've never been able to use it in any way. I know in Super Mario Galaxy, if you pick up a shell, it helps you swim faster, but I don't think it actually does anything in this game. I think it's just for scenery. So there's another red coin there, and there are other coins up around here, but I decided to go ahead and head back to the cave to make sure that I get the red coins, not the red coin, the blue coins right away, because as I said before, if you miss one of them, you won't get 100 coins, so I wanted to make sure that I could get them, so if I had to restart the level to get 100 coins, I would know right away. Just grab down the switch, and I have no difficulty getting all of them. Sometimes the Goomba attacks me, or one of the pillars falls on me, and I end up missing them. There's also another ring of coins near the back here. So I make sure to grab those, and I'm already up to 55 coins, with only 2 red coins I believe I have right now. And there are also 3 Goombas in here, that'll give you a coin each. You don't actually need to kill the Goombas, because there's a total of 104 coins in this stage. So if you don't kill them, you can still get 101 and get the 100 coin star. Let's swim back over to the lagoon and pick up the remaining coins in this ring that I only got a little bit of earlier. And you can also see that there's a shell at the bottom over here that contains another red coin. Come on, swim through it. Past me. Swim properly, please. There we go. So down at the bottom, over to the right here is one of the remaining coins. And I was trying to remember, I knew where most of the remaining coins were off the top of my head, but I was actually swimming around a little confused because I did forget where one of them was. But I knew that it wasn't down there, so I decided to swim back up and figured that heading towards the ship would give me the remainder of the red coins. But first I wanted to get, there's a ring of coins around this pillar over here. So I wanted to pick all of those up, and then I went back over to where I talked to the pink Bob-Omb at the beginning of the second mission. You could actually see for just a moment there a shell just under the surface of the water. That's where the red coin that I ended up missing for a while is. And I'm kind of running on the pillar. I wasn't really sure what was going on there. Should have just been able to grab onto it, but I appear to be glitching through it a fair bit. Then I go all the way to the top because there's a red coin up there. then I come over here to get the coins in that line and head over to the ship. You have to hit the purple switch to activate blocks that will allow you to run over to the ship. And you don't have to be real quick, but you can't take quite as much time to be cautious as I did here, because I'll get these last line of coins and then the blocks are going to disappear before I can get onto them and over to the ship. So I ended up having to swim back over again, because I wasn't quite fast enough. And really, I can see the shell where the red coin is right now, but for some reason it just didn't click. So I'm gonna head back over to the ship, because for some reason I still think there are 4 coins on the ship at this point, not realizing that I'm totally missing one. So I get over here and I barely manage to get onto the ship, but I do and grab that coin. The ship rocks back and forth, but I happen to get a fairly well-timed jump there. You get out there to get 2 of the remaining coins, and I do a quick ground pound here to get the 100 coin star. Then I grab this other red coin, and I jump off the side because I quickly realize that it's not here. And I cut away for a moment there, while I paused to try and remember where the last red coin was. And this is where I finally realized that I'm swimming back up towards that shell that I passed several times on the stage already. Just swim up to the top. And I guess I'll take this moment to say that I am recording this after the surgery that I mentioned in my update video. And I'm not moving around a whole lot yet, but I am recovering fairly quickly, so I should be back to record the rest of this game and the end of Zelda 2 within a few days. So, it went very well. And now I've gotten the red coin started to appear. And I tried the long jump to make it go a little bit faster here, but I accidentally ground pound through the block, which was completely foolish, but throughout the recordings that I've done up through episode 12, you'll see that there have been many times where I've wanted to do a long jump and accidentally did a ground pound instead. So that will not be the last time that I mess that up and it comes back to mess with me. But I get onto the ship here with a proper long jump and have a little bit of trouble getting back up to the top. But eventually I do a well-timed side flip and actually have some trouble jumping up to get to the star properly as well. I miss it there, and again, but then I finally go up and get the star, so that's 8 red coins and 100 coins in Jolly Roger Bay. So I'm going back in for one more star, the one that's in the bubbles you cannot get yet. You need the next, you can see that there's, you've probably seen the green block that's dotted on the edges that you can't pick up yet. You need to unlock the green cap, the metal cap, before you can get into the star down there. I wanted to see, because I know it is possible to swim close enough to the star's hitbox that you actually collect it without having the metal cap, which is why I swam right past the cannon at the beginning, because I wanted to see real quick if I could manage to get it. But after making no real progress, despite different tapping speeds and rhythms and just mashing as fast as I could, I saw that I wasn't getting any closer to the star, so I decided to just abandon it for now and come back when I had the metal cap. So that will happen in a later episode, but for now, since I'm already in the course and everything, I decided to get the last star that I'm able to get here. So I'm heading back towards the cannon, and you can see there are the 3 pillars here, and I don't think it really matters which of those stone pillars you shoot your way onto. I know that there's a 1-up on the middle one, but I feel like it's easiest to just splash straight onto the left one. You get plenty of lives in the game as it is already, And that one does happen to be closest to the platform that you need to get on the star. I shoot myself a bit too low there, so I just cut right back to the next shot. And I happen to make it high enough on that one. Then I jump off towards the star and barely make it onto the platform. But that's going to do it for this part, so in the next episode of Super Mario 64, I'll be going into one of my favorite levels, which is Cool Coal Mountain. But for the time being, that does it for Jolly Roger Bay, and I will see you guys next time.